How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk about something I noticed as I was getting cards out of my collection on MTG Arena, and in short, players are getting screwed. Now, why do I think that? Well, it's kind of a twofold reason, but the whole thing kind of boils down to one thing: too many cards in Outlaws of Thunder Junction are mythic rares. Now, players they've complained that they don't have enough mythic wild or enough rare wild cards to build decks. They have more mythics than what they need because for the most part mythics don't comprise too much of decks. However, with this new set they've pushed so many mythics in there. Even as a player who only plays historic brawl, there is just way too many mythic cards here for the mythic wildcard counts that a lot of players have available to them. And on top of that, they've kind of exacerbated it with two of the bonus print run sheets. So let's take a look here real quick at the breaking news print run sheet. And if you don't believe me, let's take a look at this. This is one of the things that I hate, and I've been doing this a lot lately, and that is rarity upshifting. So example here, Contagion Engine. Now, I actually praised them for printing a new copy of Contagion Engine because this card was very, very expensive and it has not seen a decent reprint in a long time. It's mostly been in like the list or as a secret lair thing or something of that nature. However, great for paper, sucky for arena because they went and upshifted from a rare, which is what it was in all of its other printings, up to a mythic. So if you want this, you got to have a mythic rare wild card or hope you open it. The same thing happens to all these other cards that they have in the set too, that they've done the same thing to. And there's several of them in the breaking news stuff that they've upshifted in this manner. So let's take a look at those cards right now. These cards got a rarity upshift with this, including Leyline Binding, Overwhelming Forces, Thoughtseize, Force of Vigor, Anguished Unmaking, Crime and Punishment, Fractured Identity, and Grindstone. All of these were originally printed as rares in their original sets, and they are now made into mythics. However, this does not take into account that they've already printed some of these as upshifted mythics before in Mana Drain and Mindslaver. They were both originally printed at uncommon and rare, respectively, and then they've already been pushed up to mythic in past reprintings. However, the most egregious of these reprints being upshifted is Anguished Unmaking. If you did not know it, when Shadows over Innistrad was remastered for Arena, they actually gave it to us as an uncommon. Do not waste a mythic wildcard on this when it's available as an uncommon. As I said, it's a twofold problem. And the other part is the other special print run they did, the Big Score. Now, for those who don't know about the Big Score, the problem with this was they were trying to double down on the epilogue boosters from the Aftermath set they did a year ago, and it flopped abysmally. And they were planning on doing this again with these small 5-6 card packs that had all these rares and mythics in it. Well, instead, they got a bunch of flack for it, and then they rammed all the cards as mythics into the main set, and they only occur in like one of every 5 or 6 packs in paper. And I think the ratios are 1 in 5 if you are opening packs on Arena, and 1 in 4 if you're drafting packs, which is kind of dumb. I don't know why the ratios are that different, but you're not as likely to open these cards as you would think. I opened about 60 packs on Tuesday when the set first came out on Arena, and I only got like 2 or 3 of them from the entire set in 60 packs. So I think that ratio may even be off. And the bad part is a lot of these cards in the Big Score, they are not mythic power level, not even close. And this card right here, this is a declarative statement as to why these things should not be mythic. Let's take a look here at Ancient Cornucopia for 200 green. It's a mana rock that lets you gain some life, but it only triggers once a turn and it taps for green. That's all it does. This thing was probably an uncommon when they were trying to do the epilogue boosters, and then they converted everything over to mythics and just rammed it in here. This thing is not worth it. It sucks. It's a terrible card at a mythic. Fine as an uncommon, suck ass as a mythic. And it's going to suck if you open one of these and you do not want to have to waste a wild card on one of these because it's just not worth it. But these odd rarity shifts that look on cards that do not look like they were mythic power level to begin with, they are not the only sins of the Big Score. There's also reprints of former rares that got upshifted to there as well. There's 3 of them: Torpor Orb, Grand Abolisher, and Rest in Peace. Those 3 cards, They've always been printed at rare from the initial inception, even through reprintings of the cards in more recent sets. And they upshift them to rare or mythic rares. And there's no reason because some of these cards, they're not mythic rare power levels. I don't know why they did that. It's so stupid. So as I was saying, the bottom line here is there's just way too many mythics in this set to be justifiable as to why they did it, especially when a lot of them are not mythic rare power level. And I just don't know what to do with that. It's going to take a lot of mythic rare wild cards if you want to collect some of these cards into your collection. Like I've already burned 8 wild cards in the last couple of days, just kind of picking up bits and pieces that I did not open because I did not open a lot of mythics when I was opening packs. And I probably got about another 10 or so that I want to pick up for my collection. And that's just as a historic brawl player. I can't imagine being historic or in timeless or explorer standard, any of these, like any of these other formats where you need 4 copies of something. I could not imagine playing in those formats because if any of these cards take off and you need 4 ofs, you're going to probably need 12, 16, maybe even up to 20 mythics to fill in some of these decks. And that's for one deck. It doesn't even count for anything else. So I don't know. This is just kind of silly. I don't know why they did what they did with this. And you're going to have to be very introspective about what you're picking up from this set and hope that you know what you're getting into. Because if you buy something and it's not what you thought it was, or you're unhappy with the deck you're trying to build out of it, it's going to suck losing those wild cards. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think there's too many mythics? What do you think of what they've done with the big score and the bonus runs being upshifted in mythic? Did they do the right thing, or do you think it kind of sucks like I do? Let us all know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, if you like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. All those things help my channel grow as we're on the road to the first 1,000 subscribers. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.